Welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. We are going to make the second project in the Kisses and Hugs January 22 paper pumpkin kit. It is the very vanilla background card, and again it's an accordion style threefold card. So what we need for this is the card base, and then we need one of the Blushing Bride die cuts, and we need one of the vellum die cuts. We also need one of the Calypso coral die cuts and one of the gold bordered hearts. Now on the instructions here it almost looks like you need two of these. You don't. You stamp the same one twice. You start with stamping the arrow and then you stamp the love you and more on either side of it. So if you ever have any questions about all the pieces that you need, on the back, the last page of the instructions actually shows you everything that you need to make that piece. So although it looks like here you need the two, you just need the one. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to put the card base off to the side. I've got my sequins and my dimensionals and my adhesive dots. What I need to do is I need to stamp For You in the middle of this heart. So this is my For You. I'm just going to move the light because I think I'm creating a shadow. I'm going to stamp away to make sure I've got good coverage, and I do. And I'm just going to stamp it down in the middle of the heart, like that. Okay, so that piece is done. Now, what they do is they tell you to stamp the arrow first and then come in with the words afterwards. And there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can come in with the arrow, and I've got the arrow set up the wrong way on this one. You can come in with just the arrow on its own, and then you can kind of lay your stamp over top of it to line up where you need your other words to go. Or you can line everything up and stamp it all at once, which is what I'm attempting to do here. But I had my arrow in the wrong direction. So I've lined this up to make sure that everything is straight, and I'm going to take my heart and I'm going to ink everything up at once and stamp everything at once. So I'm just going to make sure I've got really good coverage on this because I don't want to make a mistake stamping everything at once. So I'm just going to press that down. I've got good coverage and I know where it's going to land on the heart. So let's go ahead and get this inked up. And then we're going to stamp it down right in the middle. Love You More. And there we go, just like that. We are going to come back in and do, why don't we do the envelope now while we've got the ink spot out. So there's an X and there's an O in your set of stamps. So you need to put them together and you need to stamp it twice because you need to come in as it says here on the bottom of the envelope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink these up and I'm going to start in the corner. I need to do two, but I want to make sure that I've left myself enough room. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start in the corner here and just lay this down. This one would be perfect to do with the Stamparatus. These are fairly big stamps, so you can line it up just by eye, but it would be good with the Stamparatus as well. So there we go. We've got the last part done before we've done anything else. So let's get back to the actual instructions here. For the For You, I need to put 4 adhesive dots on the back of it. And the Love You More, I need to put 4 adhesive dots on the back of that one too. So let's get our adhesive dots out and pop them down. Now, if you have a stash and you already have Stampin' Seal or some kind of tape runner, you can use your tape runner. I do this videos to make the actual samples in the kit using only items in the kit, because that's the whole point. You don't need a lot of things, maybe just a pair of scissors extra. Everything you need is in the box. Your acrylic block comes with your first in the subscription, and after that you just reuse it. But okay, so we are going to take the Love You More and attach it down to the Calypso Coral Heart, like that. Then we're going to take the For You that we stamped on the Blushing Bride piece, and we are going to lay this down in the middle of the vellum heart. So then it says we need to put dimensionals on the back of these. So we're going to put our dimensionals down on the back of these, and line them. Oops, I keep turning those over so they hit my fingernail. There we go. So I just finished putting the dimensionals on the back here, and then we need to bring our card base back in. So sorry for having my arm in the camera there. And we need to put the For You dimensionalized up onto the stripe heart on the card, because this is actually the front of the card. This is the piece you're going to see first when it comes out of the envelope. And then we're going to peel off the dimensionals and put the Love You More on the dots side. Okay. Then our last step is to put the sequins on. And they call for 3 sequins on this one, just kind of randomly scattered about, like this. And then on the Love You More side, we need 1 up here and 1 down here. And then they've put 1 right on the border here, like that. And we've already done our envelope. So there is our card. And there are, on the instruction sheet, on the very, very back page, they show you some alternative cards as well, things that you can do with these. The nice thing about these is you can make 10 cards just like this, 5 of each design. Or, because there's 3 elements to each one, you could cut these apart and make 30 cards. So if you had a classroom full of cards or lots of people to send Valentines to, you could break this up and use the elements on 30 different cards. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.